So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a sort of sci-fi or fantasy landscape in Photoshop. So you all have this guy sort of on rocks, and I'm going to show you what my idea is, and you can copy me, or, which would be cool, you come up with your own ideas. And what I do when I'm kind of thinking about ideas is that I sort of figure out what I want in the background and where am I and what's happened. So I'm going to get a picture of a moon, some stars, Jupiter maybe, or another type of planet, some rough ocean and trees in a lake, and I'm going to see how it goes. So I'm going to start from like the basic. So the basic for me, if I'm doing a landscape, is sky and earth. So the sky, well, the earth is now for me, I mean, you could do a desert, you could do a forest. I'm going to do ocean. And we always want to try and get a good quality image. So 390 to 80, that is not a good quality image. This one is. I don't know if it's right, but I'm going to try it. So I'm just going to copy it. If you want to right click and save, you can also do that. If you just copy it, be on the arrow, and then you just go Control V on your keyboard and it pastes it in. If you've saved it, you want to go File, Place Embedded, and whatever picture you embed, I'm just going to grab anything. Obviously it doesn't go. Press Enter and see it's got a little picture there. So if you place embedded, you have to rasterize before you can do anything, which turns it into a pixelated normal image. Okay. Always want layer 1 for this task in front, and you can lock it too, just to make sure you don't accidentally change it. So Control T. And it's important for you to remember, I don't actually have the answer yet. I'm just sort of playing around with it and seeing what size works and what area. See, but that's okay, but you can't really see him very well. Maybe this one. So get rid of layer 2 because I didn't like that one. Now Control T. I can see a boat there. I'm not interested in the boat at all. Just leave that like that. And now I go to, I don't know if I'm going to use it. Oh, didn't check. It's not very big, unfortunately. Copy. It's better. Get rid of layer 4 picture. Control T. Oops, wrong one. Enter. Control T on the clouds. At the moment, that's very basic. I haven't done any blending. I haven't done anything interesting at all. And they're not really the same color tone either. So before I do that, I'm going to go to my stars. I'm going to choose some stars. That one's good. Copy. Control V. Whoa, that's huge. Pressing down Alt makes it shrink down quicker because it shrinks down from all sides. Now you might be going, well, you've just covered up the clouds. What were you doing? I will show you. So I want both of these layers to be visible as I press enter, essentially. So here we have layer blending options. So instead of having normal, you can go through them, sort of decide. And if none of them work or they don't have a good effect together, like the clouds I think are too dark. So if I go back up to this one, and then layer 5, take that down a little bit, and then layer 3, which has the hangover sky. So you can see here it has this sky area. Ooh, that's not what I want. What was it? Why you no work? I don't know why they didn't work, but I used a different tool. When things don't work in Photoshop, just try a different tool. Try a different way. I don't really like these clouds. They're not working for me. Oop. In fact, that looks quite nice anyway, but I do want some clouds, some sort of effect, maybe ones that are colored already. Copy, V, Control T, Alt. That's interesting. Enter. And instead of using a slicer, I'm just going to use the eraser tool to softly, oops, too much. Get rid of that. Like that one. Okay. So do this still there. Now I want to incorporate the, I don't want Jupiter anymore. No. Saturn. Let's try this one. Copy, paste, massive, Control T, holding down Alt, make it smaller, enter. Now we can go straight to the blending styles and go through those and see if it, see it's kind of getting rid of the black for you. Oh, I like that one. Difference, anyway. Or you can get the magic wand tool, click on the black, and the tolerance at the top is helpful if you are selecting too much or not enough. See, it's kind of crunchy in there. But I'm going to be using the eraser tool, sort of make it a little bit invisible and rotate it. So things become a little bit more invisible as they go towards the horizon because there's more atmosphere. Now I do not like those tones, so Control U. I'm going to go into a blue tone, take the saturation down. Okay. Actually, it's way better without the clouds. Get rid of the clouds. And I'll go with the moon. Go with this one. It's not a great quality image, but maybe it'll be okay. Oops. So my moon pasted all the way down there, so I need to change the layer order. Magic wand on the black. Actually, on that layer, I'm going to make the rest of that black, and then change the layer style. See if it's, yeah, that's good. Control U. Make it a bit more blue. Control T. Minus. Make it bigger. No. So you can see I don't have the answer necessarily all the time. I'm just playing around with ideas that I have. Up, down. Now I'm just going to try this. So you get a gradient. Now I've got this color which works, but you can change the gradient by just clicking in any of those. And I'm going to go again one of these, and this ties everything together sort of in a color scheme. Now this is very dark and very small, so if you want it to be small, that's fine. You can also zoom up on it. Oops, I selected the wrong thing. So when it's locked, you got to unlock it. So you could make it bigger if you wanted to zoom up on the character. Keep it small. I also want to try, so if you double click, you might not have caught what I did then. If you double click just in the grey area, layer styles come open and you have all these options, so like an outer glow, which I don't want it to look like he's radioactive. Just want to make him stand out a little bit more because it's such a dark scene anyway. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And you could, if you really wanted to ramp this up, give it a bit of a dystopian twinge. Statue. So imagine we had part of the Statue of Liberty poking out, so copy image. Not that I want to be a negative Nancy or anything. Alt. Sort of like the end of Planet of the Apes. If you haven't seen that, you should. Plus, and statue lady is not on the right layer order. She should be behind the gradient. Get rid of all the sky. It is easy to use the magic wand if there's a plain color or a plain effect behind it. And now we want to get the eraser. Whoa, way too big. And it should be a soft-edged eraser. And we want to cut it off sort of semi-straight. But because this is a round, like she's curved, she's not actually like we're not sticking a box in the water. That line should be sort of curved a bit. And let's just see if I place her where there's already a little bit of a white wave effect. See over here. Woo, there's a bit of white there. So it might look as if there's some texture happening. The waves are crashing up against it a bit. Drag it below the gradient so she stands out. She stands out, but she melts in more realistically and believably. -. So there's really not a huge amount of layers involved. So we've got dude, and from the bottom, got obviously the background. We've got our ocean, which is just on normal. We've got our stars, which can't be seen at the moment because they're on color dodge, but they're there. Got Saturn on normal, but with some of that erased. Got the moon on lighten, so we can't see it either. We've got Statue of Liberty. We've got the gradient. And where's our stars gone? Did I change something? Let's go back to there. When in doubt, go back in your history. I changed something when I did that color dodge. What? Oh, I didn't have the background visible. That changed everything. Okay. Oops, what did I do? So that is no background. So we've got ocean, stars, Jupiter, and these layer blending is important. And then we've got moon, gradient, man, and then that one, which needs to be dragged behind. There you go. So I want you to make your own and kind of make your own landscape. Use at least 3 pictures. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Not including this one, and 6 including the gradient.